The road not taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth.
Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same.
And both that morning equally lay, and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back.
I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference.
Robert Frost was born on March 26th, 1874, in San Francisco. He moved to Lawrence, Massachusetts at the age of 11, and shortly after became interested in reading and writing poetry. In 1892, Frost attended Dartmouth College and later Harvard, though he never earned a formal degree.
My Butterfly was Frost's first poem, published in 1894 in the New York Independent newspaper. My Butterfly. And there were other things. It seemed God let thee flutter from his gentle clasp, the fearful he had let thee win, too far beyond his to be gathered in, snatched thee, over eager with ungentle grasp.
In 1895, Frost married Eleanor Miriam White, who became a major inspiration to his poetry until her death in 1938. Frost was also influenced by famous contemporary British poets such as Edward Thomas, Rupert Brooke, and Robert Graves. Living in England for a few years, Frost befriended Ezra Pound, who helped him publish and promote his work.
Even President John F. Kennedy recognized Robert Frost's contributions, saying, "He has bequeathed his nation with a body of imperishable verse, from which Americans will forever gain joy and understanding."
Frost's total body of works included 16 collections of poetry books, such as A Boy's Will and North of Boston, both of which were largely influential to his success and reputation. He won Pulitzer Prizes for his works New Hampshire, Collected Poems by Robert Frost, A Further Range, and A Witness Tree.
Frost's biggest contributions to poetry and literature were his cross between traditional 19th century American poetry and modernism, using the local vernacular of a New Englander and his use of New England imagery.
I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young it totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long. You come too.
Frost believed that the poet's ear must be sensitive to the voice in order to capture with the written word the significance of sound in the spoken word. Frost quoted, "I alone of English writers have consciously set myself to make music out of what I may call the sound of sense." The Mending Wall. There where it is, we do not need the wall. He is all pine, and I am all apple orchard. My apple trees will never get across and eat the cones under his pines, I tell him. He only says, good fences make good neighbors.
Frost was not an innovator or experimenter in his poetry. He avoids traditional forms of verse and only uses rhyme erratically. Frost stays clear of religion and mysticism as he does of politics.
Frost explained his conception of poetry as the objective idea is all I ever cared about. Most of my ideas occur in verse. To be too subjective with what an artist has managed to make objective is to come on him presumptuously and render ungraceful what he in pain of his life had faith he had made graceful.
Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice.